Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicStoday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow Room. Yeah, and today we've got a bunch of L's. We're actually in the LA's. So we're almost into the K's as we go backwards through the alphabet. And we start with, Orlando de Lassus. Yeah, well, one of the great Renaissance composers. Masses for 5 voices. There are 2 of them. Missa Suzanne un jour. Yeah, Suzanne one day. And Missa entre vous filles. Between your girls, your daughters, whatever. And the motet Infelix Ego, Unhappy Me. This is with the Oxford Camerata and Jeremy Summerly on Naxos. Most of my Lassus is upstairs. This is all I have down here in the Overflow Room because my early music stuff was separate. And so I have like piles of it in its own spot, in another spot. But yes, you should hear Lassus. He's wonderful. And Orlando de Lasso, or whatever you want to call him. You know, he's got a bunch of names, whether it's in French or Latin or whatever language you're dealing with. Then we've got Lars-Erik Larsson. This is fun stuff. Really fun stuff. I got 2 volumes. I keep it under Larsen, but the albums are on Naxos. That's Swedish orchestral favorites. And are they lovely. Some lovely things here. We have August Södermund's Swedish festival music. Stenhammar, the interlude from the cantata The Song, which is a magnificent choral work. It's fabulous. Larsen's Pastoral Suite. That's his most well-known piece. And it's just delightful and charming and fun and, and Larsen's Epilogue from A Winter's Tale. Wilhelm Petersen Berger's 4 pieces from Fröse Blomster, Flowers of Fröse. Alfin's Polka from Roslagen. Dag Viren's The March from his Serenade for Strings. The whole serenade's wonderful. Alfin's Gustavus Adolphus II Suite. There's a movement from that. And, of course, Alfin's Midsummer Marvaka, the Midsummer Vigil. That's Volume 1. Volume 2 has Larsen's Lyric Fantasy, which is charming and lyric. Gunnar de Frumerie. He lived forever. He lived from 1908 to 1987. He wrote really pretty romantic music. This is his Pastoral Suite for flute, string orchestra, and harp, which you really ought to hear. It's really nice. Blomdahl's Adagio from The Wakeful Night, another Lars-Erik Larsson, Little Serenade for string orchestra. Kurt Atterberg's Suite No. 3 for violin, viola, and string orchestra, also charming. Larsen's Adagio for string orchestra, and Ture Rangström, Divertimento Elegiaco for string orchestra. It's really a wonderful program. I mean, it's terrific. And nobody knows about it because it's just on this disc called Swedish Orchestral Favorites. And it goes, well, who cares about those? Well, you should, because they are favorites. I don't know how favorite they are, but they're charming. Then we've got a Swedish pastoral on Bis with Larsen's Pastoral Suite. Again, Johann Helmich Roman, the Baroque composer, his Concerto in D major for oboe d'amore, string orchestra, and harpsichord. Kurt Atterberg, Suite No. 3, again, it's just on the other thing. Hilding Rosenberg's A Small Piece for cello and strings. Larsen's The Winter's Tale, 4 vignettes. That's a delightful little work. Alfin's Dance of the Cowgirl from The Mountain King. Of course you want the Dance of the Cowgirl. Absolutely. And The Bull Boy, he's up there too. And Blomdahl's Adagio from Theater Music No. 1, Faknatten. So there you go. You ought to hear all of Theater Music No. 1. Blomdahl's an interesting guy. He really is. He wrote that psychotic opera on Yara about, really creepy, strange things happening on a spaceship. Anyway, so that's Larsen, Lars-Erik. But we have another Larsen, the American composer, Libby Larsen. Here she is. I like Libby Larsen. She writes tonal, enjoyable, colorful music. I don't know what she's doing now. Hopefully she's still with us. We have her symphony subtitled Water Music, Fresh Breeze, Hot and Still, Wafting, and Gale. You get a storm. Yeah, good old-fashioned storm. Go, Libby. It's wonderful. The overture, Parachute Dancing, Ring of Fire, and Symphony No. 3, subtitled The Lyric. It has 3 movements called Deep Purple, Quiet, and Since Armstrong. I This is on Koch. I find this music really pleasant. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's contemporary, it's colorful, and it's enjoyable. I mean, God forbid. Her fourth symphony, the String Symphony, which is really a good piece. Songs of Light and Love, poetry by May Sarton for soprano and chamber orchestra, and songs from letters, Calamity Jane to her daughter Jenny for soprano and orchestra, daughter Janie. Well, that's interesting, and they are, actually. And then last but not least, we've got Deep Summer Music, the Solo Symphony from 1999, the world premiere, and the Marimba Concerto after Lionel Hampton. Yeah, good stuff. You should give her a shot if you have a chance. I think you might find some things that you'll really like. She's another composer who had sort of her 15 minutes of fame. I think she missed her spot because she was getting attention back when women composers weren't getting any, and now they're getting a lot, and they're sort of ignoring her, which isn't fair because she was there first. So give Libby Larsen a try. You won't be sorry. And keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.